Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be colouring in Colour Edge Wild 6 by Emmanuel Collin. This was a very kind gift for my birthday from Colour Me Stress Free. Thank you so much for sending me this, Debbie. I absolutely adore these books. I started this page with the fish on it from a hashtag for the month, which is hashtag Kirsty's Birthday Animals 2023. I'm using the Derwent Chromaflow pencils, all listed there for you, and I'm going to start off with a Parmesan. So in this video I'm going to show you how I bring the colours of the fish onto the face and make her into a fish, basically. So as with regular skin tones, how you put down a lightest shade first, this is what I'm doing here, and I've picked the Parmesan because it's got a hint of yellow in it. So we don't need her to be natural looking, she is going to look like a fish in the end, so to have that bit of a yellow tone going down first works really well. This paper is really thick paper, and you do have to do lots and lots of layers with your pencils on this paper. If you're not into doing that, what you could do first is put down a base of an alcohol marker. Seeing that these pages are single-sided, that is something you can do, and then go over the top with pencils with your darker colours. So as with a skin tone you would normally do, I go in with the darkest colours first. So I pick out all the shadows, and I'm using the Redwood 1920 for this. I pick out all the shadows or any sort of contouring that I see. But Emmanuel Collin makes it really easy because she's already put that grayscale in for you. So I'm just following all that grayscale that's already there. And you can see that I'm putting a hard pressure of this colour down, a very hard pressure in all the shadowed areas, and then I'm sort of easing off pressure as I sort of blend out my edges, because that way if you're blending out your edges you're going to get a nicer merge from your darkest colour into your mid-tone colour when it comes to it. So all the areas around the eyes where that grayscale's in, I'm really going in here on the forehead, around the edges of the face, a little bit we'll get onto the nose, I think. I did actually cut this video and crop this video so that I could explain what I'm doing without it going on too long. I think this is a nice way of doing it. If I was to do this and post it in real time, it would have been over an hour's long video. I'd have been chatting on and probably boring you half to death, so I thought I'd try something a bit different today. I've not sped it up, so it is real time. The only thing is it's cut out little sections. But yeah, moving on to the nose here. Do pop in that little nostril a bit darker than the rest. You can even pop in a bit of black in the nostril if you like, just to make sure that is really shadowed. Around the chin we're doing here, I did all the neck, a very hard pressure of the pencil under the neck as well, because obviously that's where you've got the deepest shadows, under the chin area onto the neck. I've decided to pop in that extra little bit of shadowing on the nose, so I sort of drew in one side of the nose, you'll be able to see there. I've now switched on to the Red Orange 0430, and this pencil's acting as your mid-tone colour. So you want to go over all the areas where you've just been with the Redwood, and you're going to pull this pencil out further into the centre of the face. So start off with a hard pressure over the Redwood, and then ease off into a medium and then a light pressure the further you get towards the middle of the face. Because again, you want to make a nice transition into the yellow tones that we're going to pop in here. As you can see the colour of the fish that I've done there, and you can see the yellow what's to come on the face, and that will come shortly. But I am just going over all these areas where I went over with the Redwood. So it was quite fun to do this actually. It's not very often that I do a sort of unusual skin tone, and I did actually do I think it was a Mystic Art Mirrors page where I made her into a fish, because there was a fish on that page as well, and I remember how I loved doing it, so I thought I'm going to do it on this page. I was umming and ahhing a bit, should I do a regular skin tone, or I thought it'd be quite fun to film and show you how I do it as well, because I think sometimes we do our most creative things when the cameras aren't watching because we don't feel the pressure. But I thought, go on, we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll thank Debbie in this video for sending these beautiful books, and we'll colour this fish skin on the video. So here we go. Yeah, still on the red orange here, just filling in all those areas. Like I say, it's very, very toothy paper. It's almost like a watercolour paper, this one. So it takes lots of layers, lots of building up, and you can add the pressure. You can go in with pressure. Sunflower 0110, and I'm using a hard pressure for this. This is just filling in all the areas and all the white space we've got left. So I do leave some little highlights in, you might see, just in certain areas where I go in with some lighter pencils, just so we've got that shine and that light hitting the face. We don't want to go in everywhere with a hard pressure of this yellow. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm being a bit careful around the highlighted bits that I've left out. But otherwise, it's hard pressure of this pencil, really. Hard pressure. Almost done, and we move on to the Parmesan. So this is the pencil that we used first. You might remember we put a light layer of this on to start with. So again, I'm using this mainly going a little bit more into the highlights on the face and just trying to get rid of all that white space. There's lots and lots of tooth in this paper, so you need lots of your pencil to fill up that space. Going in with the white now just to brighten everything up a little bit. Centre of the nose, under the eyebrows a little bit on the cheeks, and then going back in the sunflower just to almost buff around the edges of where we've just put the white, because sometimes when you put the white down it can sort of put a white coating over some of the areas where you didn't quite want it to go. So I'm adding that yellow back in around the edges just to really make it pop. And you can see that now. You can see how it popped straight away under the eyebrow. I did a boo-boo on this page as well. These Derwent Chromaflow pencils, they're really, really soft and quite a thick, heavy, pigmented pencil. So because they are quite soft, they're not the best for doing eyelashes, eyebrows, anything that takes fine detail. And I said to myself in my own head, I'm going to get the Polychromos black out for when I do the eyelashes, just so I've got more control over it. Completely forgot, used my Derwent Chromaflow, and the eyelashes started going a bit weird. So I thought the only way to rescue this is to go on full dramatic eyelashes. So you'll see it's coming up shortly. I'm just doing the eyebrows at the moment, but when we get to the eyelashes, you'll see that I ended up doing a full-on drama. But in the end, I like how it turned out because it suits the whole theme of the page. Obviously, we've done her as a fish. We've done all this. I'm popping in some scales now with a white gel pen just to sort of make it match what I've done on the fish. So you can see I've took the white gel pen on the fish and I've highlighted all the little scales and things. I thought it'd be fun to pop some on the face because that's going to make her look even more like a fish. So I'm just doing sort of a crisscross pattern here across the cheekbone. I pop some on the head, I think. I do slightly different scales. You'll see in a minute. That's sort of a crisscross pattern. And then on the head I do sort of that's like a mermaid type scale, isn't it, on the head? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So this was quite fun as well because you can be creative with this. You can be really creative. It's about, there's no right or wrong way to do any of this. It's about doing what you want to do, doing what you think looks good. You can put these anywhere, as little or as much as you want. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. And you'll see in a minute, I think it's coming up very shortly, I do actually pick up the red orange pencil 0430 and I buff around the edges of the white gel pen. Here we go. I buff around the edges of the white gel pen, and that will just sort of merge it all in so it's not as stark, so that it's sort of blending into the skin and it's looking like these scales are coming from her skin and not just stuck on like a tattoo sort of thing. I don't know if I'm explaining any of this well at all, but hopefully you're getting the gist of what I mean. So the eyes, I thought we may as well stick with the theme of the colours we've used. I thought if I went in with a blue eye or a green eye or I don't know, anything else, brown eye, I thought it would have looked a bit odd. So I thought, yeah, let's just go in with the colours we've used. So I used the redwood for the darkest areas, and then I just went in with the sunflower, which is the yellow colour you can see there. And then obviously a little bit in the corners, not the centre, the corners of the eyes. And then we go in with the black. So yeah, I really should have got my Polychromos pencil out for this, because this pencil was too smooshy and too soft to do these details on the eye, around the eye. I always have to remind myself that when I'm using a soft pencil, that they're not the best. I just don't get on with them for fine details. Even hair as well, you know, getting the hair strokes on the hair, I prefer a harder leaded pencil for that. So here you can see we're going for a dramatic eye. Really dramatic eye. There's a little bit of the eyelashes on the left hand side of the eye that I've not popped in yet, and that's because I've not coloured the hair. Once I've coloured the hair, then I'll pop out some more of those eyelashes on that side and flick them over the top of the hair that I've coloured. Popping in the white highlights now with the white Jelly Roll, and I decided pop some little highlights on the lips there, and I thought I'd pop some little decorative dotting detail on the eyelashes as well, just so it looks like a little sparkle or a little added something, just to make it even more magical, because why not? Why not? Speaking of fish, there's a new movie coming out by Disney and it's called Teenage Kraken. Oh, it looks amazing. If you've got kids, go and check that out. The Teenage Kraken. Amazing. And here is the finished page. I hope you like it. Please hit the thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.